Jackson is getting as he gets into the ring.
Eruption ovation.
Did you not hear the reaction when he came out? The people love this man.
Do you need a hearing aid then? Because these fans are booing this man.
Well, apparently one of us does. I don't know if it's me.
This man needs next. Ooh.
Doc, you want to talk about a bad man coming to the ring? This man, Tommy Bolton, one of the newer arrivals here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling, but already one of my favorites. We saw him at Heartbreakers 2, just put an absolute beating on his opponent in his debut. And here he is to continue his warpath against his opponent, but maybe a little easier said than done, Doc.
We're going to see. His opponent is not one to be trifled with. Oh, did you hear that? The audience does not favor this man.
Well, they got to be careful. I don't know if they were looking at the same man I am, but Tommy Bolton is a big, big man. I don't know if I would want to be the one caught popping off to him.
Well, we have one man that's going to pop off tonight. And that's the king of the kumite. Excitement, yes. Because he's about to teach somebody some lessons.
And excitement is the name of the game for this one, Doc. I'm excited for it. I don't know about you, but this is one that I've been looking forward to tonight. Of course, Tommy Bolton going up against this man.
We have the professor coming out with his Naga championship. This guy has credentials out of everywhere. He is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter. He is well decorated around the state of Texas. This man, legitimate fighter, he's coming in here and he's going to make sure he cleans out this ring.
Very, very possible, Doc. I mean, I think just got done talking about the big bruiser Tommy Bolton is and mints every word of that, but to that end, if there is an opponent that is going to be able to match him blow for blow, strike for strike, hold for hold, it's going to be this man, Jesse James. Like he lives up to his billing 100% as legit of a fighter as they come. But as we know, there are no weight classes in professional wrestling. Tommy Bolton, the bigger, stronger of the two, brings his own fighting experience, you know, more so in your back alleys and your bars than on the mat in a dojo. And maybe that's something that Jesse James is not ready for as we get underway.
He's just picking bones. I know Jesse James is already ready for what he's going to do here tonight with Tommy Bolton. Sometimes it takes a minute for him to really calculate while he's in the ring with his opponent, because you do have to kind of size him up a little bit, and that's what we know the professor does in the opening minutes of his matches.
And I think that might be the determining factor right here in these opening minutes. Exactly like you said, Jesse James, he's one of these guys. He's got that analytical combat mind. He's trying to feel his opponent out, size him up. But Tommy Bolton right there, there's no feeling out here. There's no sizing up going on. Tommy Bolton is coming out of the gate to win this match. Number one, first and foremost.
Tommy Bolton really scanning the crowds. Jesse James making sure he knows whose house this is, and he is correct. This is Jesse's house.
Well, he better be careful with that house. Tommy Bolton's coming in, the buzzer trying to foreclose on that house. Going for the pin early. Jesse James not staying down, takes the leg.
Going for the pin, but no, not quite. A little too early, and I'll give him that, but you know, this is how you feel each other out. You figure out where the energy level's at, where the stamina's at. He now knows he has to put a little bit more work into this opponent here, the buzzard, being the headbutt king himself. He needs to steer clear of that, though.
I think it also speaks to exactly what we were saying. In the opening moments of this matchup, Jesse James starting to feel out his opponent. Tommy Bolton going full bore right from the jump. Jesse James, he might have the buzzard's number, caught him right in the chin with that kick. But Tommy Bolton sends the professor to the outside, buys him a little bit of time.
And he throws his shoulder right into Tommy Bolton's, and up and over, he escapes the possibilities and throws a big old foot to the face. Tommy Bolton really eating soul.
Jesse James not even bothering to turn around, almost doing a somersault with that back kick. And springboard moonsault from the second rope. Just a two, but man,
that's okay.
Incredible maneuver from Jesse James. Tommy Bolton's got to be careful. I mean, that's not something we've seen the professor break out too often. A little bit of a new courses from the professor there, but Tommy Bolton, to his credit, ready for it. This is that hard right hand to the jaw.
Well, what you don't know about Jesse James is he does study his opponents. He takes time in his off times, in his off day between his jiu-jitsu fighting and his wrestling to make sure he hones in on what the special skills of his opponents are and really attack those or avoid them.
That attack, Tommy Bolton managed to catch Jesse with that hard right. But Jesse seems taking the words out of my mouth. I was about to say Jesse James taking control, but Tommy Bolton shutting it down. The headbutt king living up to it.
That was a little fast. Come on.
How was that fast?
1, 2. That's not how you do your counts.
That's how you count, Doc. 1, 2, 3. Those come right after the other. You're not going to tell me Vance Jackson doesn't know how to count now, are you?
Vance Jackson sometimes needs a little schooling. It's called pacing.
Oh, I'm sure you could get in there and referee better. Right?
Anybody could. Even the children. But Jesse James really trying to make sure he shakes off the cobwebs. He's going for the ropes to get himself back on his feet. And there it is. He throws in a big old gut punch into the buzzard. And the buzzer comes right back with a side kick and a big clubbing blow to the back of Jesse.
And this is exactly what we thought this was going to be coming in, Dog. Just a hard-fought battle. It's just two big, bad men just taking it to each other. These strikes, these big slams. Tommy Bolton going for the pin. Jesse James refusing to stay down. Vance Jackson should have got in there a little bit quicker, I think.
No, Mike. We have to make sure this is on the up and up. We use all the rules to make sure we are fighting this match right now. Jesse James, he's up. He was trying to go over, but no. Tommy Bolton reverses it, puts him on his shoulder. Ooh, drops Jesse right into the turnbuckle.
Looks like Jesse was going for that tornado DDT. Got caught with the snake eyes and the back elbow in the corner. Tommy Bolton in control. Discus lariat. Jesse James is down.
Jesse James rolling on his back. You can see he's really trying to make sure, but Tommy Bolton goes for the cover, and Jesse James shows why he is a Naga champion. He's still aware. He's still ready. He's crawling to his feet, making sure the ropes are there. And here comes Tommy using, that's not one of the things that you're supposed to do in wrestling, by sitting on the opponent's back while they're on the ropes.
Not supposed to do it? Doc, come on. Like, you mean Tommy Bolton is just using what's in that ring. Now, granted, he's only got to a count of 5 to do that, but if he goes to 4, that's not breaking the rules. That's bending them to your advantage. Tommy Bolton is smart for doing that. I mean, let's be honest about it. We've talked of Jesse James's lethal ability this entire time. I don't blame Tommy Bolton for using every advantage he can to take the professor down.
Well, the professor's not going to let this get down. He's in the corner. He gets out of the way just in time for Tommy to really take an injury to his shoulder. The professor on the top rope. And he uses that to his advantage. Tommy Bolton rolling out as the professor makes sure he connects with his elbow. And now he's trying to figure out where he wants to address this now. Tommy Bolton on the outside, and now the professor slides out.
And Tommy Bolton smartly trying to buy himself some time, but Jesse James just too close behind him, catches him with that kick. Tommy Bolton now, both of these men fighting on the apron. They've got to be careful. The fans in the front row got to be careful.
This is usually the hardest part of the ring. Big stiff kicks right into Tommy Bolton's chest. He's going to have to keep eating as Jesse's serving him up real good right here, taking big shots from his shin. That's like a rock-hard area for Jesse.
Oh! You want to talk about something rock-hard? How about that lariat just caught Jesse James right in the jaw and knocked him from the apron into the ring. Big Tommy Bolton hopping in over the top, rode it to a German suplex. How about that, Doc? You want to talk about Jesse James's technical acumen? How about the raw power and ability of Tommy Bolton, the buzzer?
It's not over yet, Mike. We are still here in the match. Jesse James, he's working it out. He's shaking it off. Throw some water on there, my friend. You will get this back. Tommy Bolton's giving him a lot of time, which I'm sure Jesse's using it to his advantage because he's back on his 1 foot, knee on the ground. Tommy Bolton takes advantage, puts him over his shoulder. Fireman's carry, but will he be able to address this and use this to his advantage? Nope.
Jesse James manages to...
I'm telling you, the submission king.
Managed to get the body scissors. Looks like he's going for a Kimura lock. Jesse James, the professor, putting that black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu to use, but Tommy Bolton, this barroom brawler, this striker, this street fighter, trying to just make something happen as he just has these big clubbing blows to the back of the man's head. But Doc, you'll notice he didn't let go. Jesse James still has that locked in.
This is why Jesse James is the champion. He knows anatomy very well to know exactly how to use those pressure points to his advantage. And right now, the Buzzard is trying to, oh, wait a minute, he's not trying. Ooh, big suplex, a sunset flip.
The fisherman suplex got the leg hooked, but no.
Not it. Keep that man down, Jesse James. He's still there. He's still aware. He's still ready to go. He's still going to get that tap, snap, or nap.
A picture perfect fisherman suplex there from Tommy Bolton. Excuse me, don't let him hear I said that. He'll come after me next.
Pick your bones dry.
Yeah, no joke. But nonetheless, Tommy Bolton firing back with that hard forearm. Jesse James
chopping him down. Here we go. Kicks.
Somewhat successfully, I'll add. Oh, hold on, he blocked the headbutt.
And that speaks to the combat intelligence of this man. Ooh.
Jumping leg lariat from Jesse James takes down Tommy Bolton. The Buzzard's got to watch out. He's got him up and over. An Olympic slam from the Professor takes the headbutt king down.
But can he keep him down? That's what Jesse needs to now make sure he. Oh. The Buzzard's back. Buzzards don't go down easy. Jesse James.
And let me guess, that wasn't a fast count there. No.
That was always, it's always a fast count with this referee. You know it is. The sheriff, come on.
Unbelievable. But Tommy Bolton takes Jesse James over. Jesse James, though, again, going back to the high-risk district.
Oh!
Tommy Bolton catches him with that headbutt. And it might be lights out for Jesse James.
Jesse James, he's still convulsing a little bit. He's still there. He's up on the shoulders of the Buzzard. Slam right back down.
And down, the torture rack slam.
Oh!
And there's your winner, the headbutt king, the Buzzard. Tell him, Armani.
That's one bird that could not be kept down. I feel for Jesse. I know he went into that Sesame Street fight, all guns blazing, but this street fight right here, this fight. And we have the crowd already excited, clapping, and there she is.
She's not giving you a bracelet. Izzy Moreno making her way to the ring. Just one member of the three-woman tag team. You're going to see on one side of the ring, it's going to be her, Gia Michelle, and Key Vibes. Taking on Calientita, Celine Hysteria, and Ridley Thorne. Doc, how are you feeling about Izzy's chances and her team in this match?
I don't need a bracelet to tell you this. I know for a fact that she's going to win out and do great. Oh, her positive energy is getting us pumped up, and the next partner in her team is coming out here, and we don't know yet. The Queen of Hybrids screaming through the curtains, making sure we all know our bubbly personality, Izzy Moreno, and our resident queen, showing us that they are ready to go and they're happy to be here.
You're going to need a little bit more than just being happy to be here, but thankfully, Key Vibes, well-traveled competitor, multiple titles to her credit in her wrestling career, and they've got one more joining them.
Oh, we got the balls coming in here.
My name is
Our superstar coming out with her crown in her hand right now. She is the first hybrid women's superstar here. She's holding her prize well up for you to see. Bask in it, Mike, because she's going to show you how it's done.
As she should, Gia Michelle, I'm right there with you, Doc. I will give her all the credit in the world. The inaugural hybrid women's champion and the only hybrid women's champion has defeated all comers to come after that belt, including Key Vibes.
We're going to see if these three are going to be able to put their skills together, knowledge, to stay in this, to get through, because we got some 3 women that are coming out and they're upset, angry, spicy. Stop moving, Mike. This isn't what we needed you to do.
I will not stop moving, Doc. And you can't make me.
We got Calientita and Las Cholas, las Jainas of the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Oh, yeah, whatever. Come on.
What do you mean? Calientita, everybody else can make their entrance, but you take offense to this one. Okay, Doc, we're already showing your favoritism. I see how this one's going to go, too. As we see Calientita and Ridley Thorne and the debut of Celine Hysteria, the 3rd member of this tag team.
Spicy trio.
The mild spicy. Doc, you're being disrespectful right out the gate. We haven't even started yet. These 3, I don't know why you're trying to downsell them already. I mean, look at these 3. Calientita already making her name here at RCW, and Mission Pro Wrestling is making her name well known to everybody here. And let's not even talking about the big powerhouse Ridley Thorne, the frankly unhinged Celine Hysteria, as it breaks down right off the bat. All 6 of these women just slugging it out in the middle of the ring. Vance Jackson, he's not even here. Wish he was.
Oh, God. And you have to call him out.
Thank you, Vance.
Good
Thank
Lord.
you for getting some control over the situation. Him and Floyd Curl trying to establish order.
I agree with you on one thing. These 3 are definitely unhinged.
Well, you should agree with me on all things, but that's okay. I'm only going to hold that against you slightly.
Let's go. Let him go. Let him go. Let's see. Let's make this happen.
I'm with you. Let him go.
Vance Jackson. Oh, just get that man out of the ring.
Oh, stop it. What, you would have had to just let it break down? You would have just had chaos in the middle of the ring instead of an actual wrestling match?
Come on. Floyd Curl had control of this.
Yeah, I could tell. As we seem to get underway, Calientita and Izzy Moreno starting it off for their respective teams.
Oh, Izzy looks upset, angry, fired up. And look, Calientita, of course, always doesn't want to get involved. Yeah.
It's all mind games, Doc. Calientita is taking advantage of the inexperience of Izzy Moreno, going for the fake out, throwing her off of her game this early in the match. And right there, Celine Hysteria coming in, making her hybrid debut.
Well, right now, she's relatively unknown to the hybrid fans, and she's here to make her mark. But does she know that Izzy Moreno already has done that? From a very young age, Izzy Moreno has been showing her skill, her prowess, her intelligence, her mental stability.
Her mental stability, yes, good for her. Izzy Moreno got on TV when she was a kid and has managed to swing that in some wrestling training. I'm very happy for her, and I'm glad that she's in this match. But if she's taking this as likely as she seems to be right now, she's going to be in for a rude awakening from one of these 3 women, potentially all 3, by the end of this match.
We're going to see what Celine Hysteria can do, because Izzy is really good at playing mind games. She's always underestimated, but she usually comes on top because she uses that to her advantage. She makes sure that she doesn't put too much on the table for everybody else to see, but once you get her in one position, she finds a way to put you in another and get that lock in.
Oh, Izzy Moreno, she's going for the Izzy bar early, flipping Celine Hysteria over.
And Floyd Curl taking control, sending Calientita out.
As he should. Good on Floyd Curl. But props to Calientita saving that for her team. If Izzy Moreno would have got that Izzy bar locked in, that would have been a wrap.
But as I was telling you, that's the joy of being underestimated. You know how to come back from that, and you always surprise your opponent. And here comes Key Vibes and Calientita. At Heartbreakers 2, Key Vibes pretty angry that Calientita was trying to use the rules to her advantage and bend them way too far, and now she's coming into a situation. She's going to have to figure herself out in this one.
Head scissors take over by Key Vibes, sends Calientita back into her corner. Luckily for her, she tags out, making a smart decision, I think. Get it out of the way, take Key Vibes off her game, Celine Hysteria back in.
And she's basically running a seminar on Celine Key Vibes showing her why it's always good to respect the vibes. Ooh.
Almost like a sling at the two.
Celine Hysteria's seeing stars just as much as Key Vibes is dishing him out because she has made the tag, and here comes Gia Michelle. We have a tag team. Ooh.
A double flapjack. I noticed you're not calling foul on this one, Doc, as Gia Michelle and Key Vibes are both in there with a double flapjack to Celine Hysteria. It's okay. I'll assume that outrage was internal.
Floyd Kerr allowed it, therefore it was okay. Ooh. Big knife edge chop right into Celine. She's getting schooled here by the boss.
I mean, no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Gia Michelle laying in those knife edge chops. Celine Hysteria takes her over to the corner and gets the boot right in the chest. Good Lord, Gia Michelle taking no prisoners.
Damn.
As that big lariat takes out Celine Hysteria. 1, 2, not enough.
She made sure to give the other two a little taste of what's in store for them. Calientita and Ridley Thorne watching on as Gia Michelle goes to work, and Celine escapes, brings back Calientita.
Calientita coming in, gets caught with the leg sweep. Gia Michelle only a 1 count. I do think you were absolutely on the money there, Doc. Gia Michelle was about to swing that big lariat, but Calientita coming in, but still catches a sidewalk slam for her trouble. Manages to get up before Gia Michelle can go for the pin, but Doc, I don't think that's going to stop the hybrid women's champion for very long.
Mike, this is a meeting waiting to happen. There were some things that Gia Michelle needed to make sure Calientita understood, and she's making her understand now.
Oh, Celine Hysteria, how about that? That's a partner you want right there, taking advantage of the moment. Celine Hysteria driving Gia Michelle's head into the turnbuckle. Calientita goes for the pin, just a 2 count.
And not quite, because she has underestimated the fact that she is up against a woman who has traveled all over Texas, and she has traveled all over the United States at this point. We're going from experience to mild sweetness.
Mild sweetness. I thought you were one of Callie's big supporters. What happened, Doc?
I don't like spicy.
Calientita drops the elbow. Gia Michelle seeing her fortunes really turn around this match. Now on the receiving end of all this punishment by Calientita.
Calientita taking Gia taking her for a ride down into the mat, face first. Both women down. They're gonna have to get themselves over to their corner. Their opponents really itching to get back in. Their partner's really trying to get that tag. Izzy Moreno has her hand in. And here we have, look at that, Calientita really struggling. Finally, Ridley Thorne gets tagged in, but she's in store for some huge payback from Izzy Moreno as she throws elbows, forearms, ooh, and a big swift kick right up into her face.
Ridley Thorne, the big powerhouse of this group, gotta think she was not ready for all this fire coming out of Izzy Moreno. All business as she charges in the big shoulder tackle. Ridley Thorne catches it in the corner, following up with that big elbow. Doc, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Izzy right now. She's fierce on the attack. She's got to keep this up if she's going to pick up the victory, though, and that's the question. She's going up for it.
She's going up for it. Is this going to be, she's looking around. Floyd Curl. She came back down. Okay, she's biding her time.
I think Izzy, I didn't think she was going for that Sparks Fly crossbody out the corner that she likes to hit. Ridley Thorne, too smart for her already. And hear about this, the power on display. Ridley Thorne just carrying Izzy Moreno into the backbreaker across her knee.
Izzy Moreno, she's going to have to shake that off as she does to get back in the game. She kicks out, and there's really still working her back. That spine is taking a lot of damage. Now her face in the turnbuckle.
Ridley Thorne, just a house of fire. She's yelling at everybody who's in the way. Izzy Moreno, Floyd Curl. I think she was yelling at Celine for a second there as this brute of a woman just on the attack. Celine Hysteria takes a snapmare, takes over Izzy Moreno. Just this reverse chin lock, Doc. How about this? Celine Hysteria just jaw-jacking with the opposing team in the corner, almost daring them to get involved as she just locks Izzy Moreno down the opposing corner.
She's making wishes that she knows she doesn't want if she continues with this. Izzy Moreno throws her fist right into the gut, trying to break some ribs, but she's having a hard time staying out of the, look at this. My goodness.
Celine Hysteria with a standing octopus stretch into an abdominal stretch might be what she's going for here. Whatever you want to call it, it's a world of hurt for Izzy Moreno.
Now, I'll give her that. She's got some technical prowess, but she's underestimating Izzy as she really works the legs and tries to get out of this hold, and she's back on the mat. Come on, Izzy, kick out.
She's underestimating. Which part is she underestimating of Izzy right now, Doc? As she drops that big elbow onto Izzy Moreno. Izzy's this newcomer who thought she was going to come in and just run the whole gamut here at the Hybrid School of Wrestling. Celine Hysteria, Ridley Thorne, Callie Antita took offense to that, and that's what led to what you're seeing right here. Izzy Moreno in the middle of the ring, pain on her face as Celine Hysteria is about to just break her in two.
Izzy has had successes here in the Hybrid School of Wrestling ring. She has made great partnerships. She's made great wins, but Celine is showing her strength and her ability to overpower Izzy. But Izzy, she has the will, the sheer power of soul. Her soul is strong enough to withstand some of this stuff.
Well, that turnbuckle is strong enough to withstand the skull of Izzy bouncing off of it as she finds herself back in enemy territory. Callie Antita, the legal woman now, looks Izzy Moreno, got things. There it is, suplex. Brings her over. Callie goes for the pin.
And is mild at best. Not as hot as she thought it was. Izzy was able to get out. She stomps again on the back, on the spine of Izzy, who's trying to get herself back on top, but she's unfortunately on the wrong side. This is not a great place for Izzy. She's trying to figure out what she can do next to get out of this. Look at this! They're holding her down!
Holding her down. I mean, Callie Antita's holding her down with her feet stomping on the chest of Izzy, keeping her in the corner. As Floyd Curl is arguing with Antita, unprofessional of the referee to be arguing with the competitors like that. I can't believe he did that, quite honestly.
Unprofessional with her teammates holding her back into the corner. Izzy Moreno struggling. She's getting choked out, quite literally.
What are you talking about? I didn't see all that. What I saw was Floyd Curl neglecting his duties, quite honestly, trying to get involved and getting Callie Antita's face. Thankfully, she managed to get away from him, get back on the attack, draping her leg across Izzy Moreno's back, using that ring rope to just restrict the airway of this young competitor. Callie Antita back on the attack, that double axe handle across the back.
And again, across the, come on, this, you know what this is called? Desperation. She doesn't know exactly how to get over on Izzy because she knows that any time Izzy will get back up, use the energy from the fans. Oh, jeez.
Desperation, if that's what desperation looks like, then I mean, desperate is a good thing to be. As Callie Antita is in control of this match. Just that hard kick to the back of Izzy Moreno did not keep her down for the 3, but you got to think Callie Antita's mind is right in the right spot as she gets this wrist lock on Izzy Moreno again, just picking a limb and wearing it down.
I don't think showing off is having your mind in the right spot because she's sitting there in front of her former tag team, Gia Michelle, and she's trying to show how tough she is. But again, we have the women's champion on the other corner. How tough really can you be if you're not going to play fair?
Play fair? What's unfair about it? It's one-on-one. Both these women in the middle of the ring. It's not Callie's fault if Izzy just can't take it, if she just can't hold up to the assault of Callie Antita. She does try to go for the backslide for the pin, and one more time.
Not quite, but she's still working at it. Izzy Moreno, she's trying to find her in. All she needs is one moment to lock it in. Lock everything she's got into it, and armbar, anything. She's got to get Izzy in the right mindset, and Izzy's getting there slowly but surely. She's getting there.
She's getting there. She's on the mat. That's the only place that she's going right now as Callie Antita brings her back over.
Ridley Thorne, come on.
What? Ridley Thorne is a part of this match. Suplex takes Izzy Moreno over.
All she's got to do is inch her way over to her corner and make the fresh tag.
That's what she's got to do. That's not quite all she's got to do, Doc. She's got to do all that and deal with Ridley Thorne just having her way with her in the ring as she hits that big leg drop. And there you go, just like that, directly to what I was saying, Doc. Ridley Thorne, just excellent ring awareness in my oh-so-humble opinion. Ridley Thorne locking in that rear chin lock, putting her body in between Izzy and her teammates, making sure that she is that barrier, making sure they stay in control.
Izzy right now is trying to take control back as a big clubbing blow comes down on Izzy's spine from Ridley Thorne. She's a bruiser, I get you, but Ridley Thorne does not account for the fact that,
She doesn't account for what, Doc? She doesn't account for just having her way with whoever she wants in that ring. She doesn't account for being the bigger, stronger person no matter who she's in there with. Is that what you're talking about?
She doesn't account for the fact that Izzy Moreno always comes back fired up, ready for more, because she's always given the side eye. But Izzy Moreno knows how to use that to her advantage. She's on the top rope. Ridley Thorne really taking advantage of Izzy while she's stuck up there. but she's also taking time to talk too much to the audience.
I don't know, Doc. You've been talking a lot about how Izzy's got the heart and the fire within here. I'm not seeing that from her, quite honestly. I'm seeing a girl who is way out of her depth.
Oh, sparks fly. Let's see if we can get Ridley down, stuck to the ground, because that is what I'm talking about. Izzy Moreno knows exactly when to take her moment, and that was the moment.
And that sparks fly crossbody. You're absolutely right, Doc. That could be the opening that they needed if Izzy can get to one of her tag team partners, but Ridley Thorne might get there first.
All Izzy's got to do is stretch her arm out, make that tag to either one, and she's got key vibes. She's going to vibe all over Celine.
She's going to what? I'm sorry?
I'm not going to repeat that.
Key vibes. The queen of hybrid taking it to Kali and Tita. All three of these women now been on the receiving end of punishment from Key Vibes. Celine Hysteria. Jumping lariat gets thrown to the middle of the ring. Key Vibes giving Kali and Tita one for her trouble.
Just sharing is caring, Mike.
Well, apparently, you gotta think Key Vibes isn't done.
Oh boy, both. Oh, yes!
Double drop kick takes him down. You gotta think if you're Key Vibes, Gia Michelle, or Izzy, it's exactly the reversal of fortune you wanted. Hits the code breaker on Celine Hysteria. Is this gonna be it?
All it takes is one. Oh, really, Thorne.
Ridley Thorne doing the right thing, making the save for her team. Gia Michelle with a German suplex. Good God!
And Gia Michelle also doing the right thing for her team.
A snap German suplex. Ridley Thorne landed on the back of her head. Those two brawling on the outside. Key Vibes in the corner. Gia Michelle still going on the outside. Izzy Moreno fighting Kali and Tita. Selena Hysteria fighting Key Vibes.
It's breaking down. Floyd's going to have to take control of this. There's too many people in the ring, each one at their opponent. But it looks like Las Cholas or Las Jainas are actually in control.
That's right. You get it right, Doc. Ridley Thorne just hard chopped the Key Vibes in the corner. Celine Hysteria driving these shoulders to Gia Michelle in the corner. And let's not forget Kali and Tita firing those chops off against Izzy Moreno in the third, definitely not the least corner.
Oh, yes! No. And all three ready to eat some mat. And we have wait, we're gonna get it. We only need three. Yes! Yes! Fantastic match, great win, but I have one question in my mind. Is this going to stick? Because they make great tag team partners, all three of them. But Gia Michelle has had issues with the other two and her team. Oh, we got the friendship bracelet.
Well, this may be answering your question here, Doc. Gia Michelle taking the bracelet, hugging it out with Izzy in the middle of the ring.
Izzy Moreno giving props to the champ.
There we go.
She shares in the accolades with her teammates. We're going to see what Gia Michelle